Ain't no fucking way Sean got his head blown off. I'm back, baby. What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's your day been? I hope you all been having a good day and a good week. Now, first and foremost, I do want to apologize. Your boy has folded and I broke the dropping one video a month streak on my channel. But I do have a good excuse. I finally moved out. Yep, I am now a full-fledged adult with my own place. And with that, I'm hoping I'll be able to push more content out on this channel since I have the space and the freedom to do so. Also, there's definitely going to be some echoing throughout the video because, like I said, I just moved to a new place. I don't have much stuff. So you're just going to have to bear it for now until, I get more furniture and I figure out how to deal with the echo situation. Anyways, enough of that. Today, we're here to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. I recently finished a playthrough of this game on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/noshowmomo. If you're not following, you should. We'd be having some fun times over there. And if you've been watching my streams for a while, you know that I have a little bit of history with the game. I tried to stream a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2 twice before actually streaming it and playing through it recently. And both times I couldn't get through it because my PC at the time just couldn't handle it. It was lagging like crazy. I had the graphics on the lowest setting, so it looked like shit. Just an overall not fun time. It wasn't until I got an Xbox Series S last year that I decided, alright, no more excuses, it's time to play and beat this game. And now that I have, I thought, hey, I might as well make a video on it. Now, this isn't a review by any means. I'm not going to sit here and tell you why you should or shouldn't play this game. I'm just going to give you my experience and what I liked and didn't like about it. Now, I want to start off by saying this game was amazing. I had a great time playing it. It looked beautiful, it had an amazing story with some crazy twists, and so many memorable characters that I really connected with over the course of playing. It's just a shame that so many of them got killed, some of them in the most gruesome ways I have ever seen in a video game. Yep, I'm starting this off with the character death that hit me the hardest. First and foremost, Sean. Cool dude, funny character. He was trash when it came to shooting a gun, but he was always down to help out. And he had an Irish accent, so I always enjoyed hearing his dialogue. But they did this man so dirty. We were walking into the town of Rhodes on our way to a job and they blew his brains out, literally. Ain't no fucking way Sean got his head blown off. Now, I know it could have been any of the characters there that ended up getting shot. It just happened to be Sean. But it was just so graphic that I couldn't forget it. But you know what's crazy? That wasn't even the most graphic death. Kieran got it way worse. Now, honestly, I didn't care much for Kieran. He was an O'Driscoll that we picked up near the beginning of the game. We forced him to rat out his friends and he ended up joining the gang so he wouldn't betray us. But the way this man got killed was so fucked. Like, I shouldn't be surprised because he was killed by some O'Driscolls after being tortured to give up where Arthur and the gang were hiding in St. Denis. But golly, he didn't deserve this. Is that someone's head?
What the hell have they done to you?
What the fuck?
There, the tree line. Everybody take cover! O'Driscoll boys!
How did they even do that? How did they make him hold his decapitated head in his hand? And what the fuck? What the actual fuck, bro? What's going on? They turned this man into a Doulahan, a headless horseman. They took the time to carefully place his decapitated body on a horse and then made him hold his own head. I knew the O'Driscolls were fucked, but I didn't think they were this fucked. But no death in this game hit harder for me than the death of Arthur Morgan. Arthur was my GOAT. He wasn't the best person, but he was always trying his best. And even though I feel like he died in a shitty way, on top of a mountain, succumbing to his tuberculosis, without being able to get revenge on that rat Micah, the person who ruined the gang. Damn, he's really gonna die. He died after after fighting Micah? We didn't even kill Micah? We didn't even kill Micah. Dutch walked away. What is with that deer? I still don't know what the deer symbolizes, bro. He sees this deer every time he tweaks. Is it smiling at us? Deer symbolizes you're a good dude. If you did bad shit, it would be a wolf. Ah. So that's it. He just died on a fucking mountain? What a horrible way to go. That's so sad. Regardless of how I feel about the way he died, his death still hit, and I'm sad that he's gone. Like, there are lots of people in the game that I didn't like, and I think deserve to die way more than he did. Speaking of characters I don't like, let's talk about the character I liked least in this whole video game, and that has to be Dutch. I fucking hate Dutch. And it's unfortunate because he started off as such a cool dude, doing his best to help his gang escape Blackwater and find a place where they could truly be free. But over the course of the game, he just descended into madness. We went from pulling schemes to make money so we could have a better life to fucking up every town we traveled through. And every time Dutch would say it's their fault. They were getting in the way of us living a free life, when we quite literally murdered half the town and robbed from the ones we kept alive. It got so bad that the gang started falling apart. People were leaving, and even then, he would just blame everyone else instead of pulling his head out of his ass and taking accountability. Right here was the exact moment that I became a full-on Dutch hater.
Stick 'em up, Cowboys.
Whoa there. In the middle of the street? I hate this guy, Dutch, bro. Oh my goodness, that made me so angry, bro. We just ran away after killing 2 towns worth of people. There's a freaking kid who got abducted that we're looking for. And you want to point a gun at me in the middle of the streets? There was a police officer I just talked to across the street. You're so stupid, bro. I hate Dutch. Officially, Dutch, trash character. Ass character. Garbage character. There's no way he just pointed a gun at me right now. I should kick his ass. I'm gonna have to fold you, Dutch. If they let me, I would have killed him then and there. It's crazy that his whole progression as a character in the game was becoming a shittier person. Completely different from my favorite character in the game, Arthur Morgan. Now, I'm not saying Arthur's a good person. He's a criminal just like the rest, and he's done just as much fucked up shit. But he always has the best interests of the gang in mind. Anytime something needed to get done, or someone needed to be saved, even if he didn't like that person, he'd go out and do it. He always put the gang before anything else. Even when he was dying from tuberculosis, even when the gang was falling apart and he was struggling with staying loyal to Dutch and trusting his choices, he did whatever he could to help out. And it pisses me off that Dutch couldn't see that. Like when Arthur found out that Micah was the snitch and went to go handle him, the fact that Dutch and some other people in the gang took his side pissed me off so much. Because even in his dying breaths, after Arthur fought Micah, he was trying to tell Dutch that Micah was a rat. That's how loyal he was. He was getting hoed so much, but he still tried to convince Dutch. And that's some real shit. Like, Arthur was so cool that I nicknamed my first horse in the game Morgan, without even realizing that was Arthur's last name.
You gotta help me, mister. How about we skip the small talk, eh?
Morgan! No, wait. You thought you were gonna steal Morgan from me? No, Morgan, come back, Morgan. Speaking of horses, though, let's talk about the horses in the game. Now, I said it earlier, I think this game is amazing. Definitely a must play. But if there's one thing I could say I didn't like in this game, it would be the horses. Now, I don't hate the horse riding mechanics completely. It's super fun riding around, being able to have different horses and bond with them throughout the game. It's just that they crashed into stuff way too easily. I swear every time I hopped on a horse, I would either run into a rock, crash into another horse, or run over someone. Oh, my horse! It was an accident! What happened? What happened? What happened? I got into a horse crash and he started shooting. What? And my horse died. No. Morgan. I promised Morgan wouldn't. No. Not like this. Oh my. Morgan died, bro. I let Morgan die. I promised him to his face he wouldn't die the whole series. And he's dead. He ran her. Oh, I ran her over. How do I always fold like this, bro? Every time, bro. I can't stop on a horse without freaking shit happening. Now, maybe it's just me. and I'm trash at riding horses. Regardless, it was a small annoyance that didn't take away from the fun of the game. Overall, I loved playing Red Dead 2, and I'm looking forward to playing the first game since the story of 2 is a prequel to what happens in 1. It's gonna be so good playing as John and getting my revenge on Dutch. And if you want to see that, make sure to follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/noshowmomo. I stream 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 6 p.m. EST. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on it, and if you want to see more content from me, consider subbing to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1K subs by the end of the year, and we're not that far off, so if you do end up subbing, I really appreciate it. On that note, I will catch y'all later. Peace.